where he's driving. Oh, always the same, always on the left. Fully on to the left. Got a nice night shadow going. Oh, nice night shadow. Getting cast. Projected from underneath. What's wrong? I can't remember what wrong with shadow. Thinking it's hidden in clado. Oh, that didn't really work. Oh, some shapy lights there. Not so, yeah. 2-year-old's gone. Yeah. And you know, they thought I was going this side live, but I missed the turn up because I'm looking at this. Ladder? No, I don't have to rub a shadow anymore. Yeah, silly. Don't know what for. Some more shapy lights down. Right up my rear end, as if I haven't seen that before, friend. Sarcastically, I pretend that it's the first time I've seen such an overly drawn out shapy distent, a case of overly baked shape off contend. I, having been followed for no doubt much longer than I realised. But hello. Yeah, I realise now with my real eyes, oh, 3 of them. Anyhow, I stopped talking because there's no need. So I turned the beats off because I had it on laps because I could do it anyhow. Three bring back so you get the reflection of the bonnet. This is good. I'm stinging my eyes. It might just be the sorry side I'm sick of because it's a lame disguise at this point, but yeah, it's a fun part of the game. I don't need to go on forever, inane, saying the same, singing about shapes in a attempted arithmetic way. A Dr. Zeus had a poor cousin whose great-great-grandson in a way was me, who is, it's a joke anyway, not take that literally. I mean, it may be, you know, it's all a pretend game of let's pretend to be something else, wait and see. It seems to be the game to me. I've been being me, which I'm fine, but I'm happy with. That's good. Just noticed that all the things around me have been being things and they weren't those things. As, you know, silly as that sounds. You know, stranger than fiction. This game of trapped in like an addiction. I don't know, is it a prison? Did we know? Is that part of the setup? You know, part of the thrill? Will we ever know? Still, does it matter? Well, no, I suppose while we're in the game, no, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Because nothing's the matter. It's all the mind. Said it before, it's not mine. But we know it. When we hear it, we're like, so it goes. Words to that effect, I suppose. I tend to, and I project that onto everyone else. I contend to. Not everyone, actually. Because that's part of the thing, finding out that they're not. A lot of them are not. You know, even attempting to sing a game song of a souled being, a man or woman, inevitably shadowboxing. The shadow's light, so everything is light. It's all like your own shadow. So that's the diatribe I'm manifesting tonight. Not just tonight, but it's just, going with that. Going with that. Not just making it up. Well, we are making it up as I go along, but it's based on I don't need to bother explain all that nonsense. Not this particular. It's not nonsense, but I don't have to explain it. Anytime, let alone right now. Alright, much love. I'm going to stop this because I'm jibber jabbing on like I'm viewing from above. I've had one out of body experience in my, out of body experience that I recall in my life, and I don't know, just because I said look from above or something, that just made me think of it. This will cut me off. I don't know. I've got more time to realise it. I'm not going to tell the whole story. It's it was regrettable, but I learned a lot. From it. But the only out of body experience I had, and I'd been drinking for a considerable day, like a long day of drinking, and an emotionally charged situation, and an outburst, a behaviour, at the time that befitted the occasion, but certainly in retrospect, and since I opined I did some out of character and pretty bloody silly at the time. Anyhow, skipping that bit, I then drove and I stopped in a car park, and I'd stopped smoking weed, and I was smoking cigarettes at the time. I was smoking Barnley cigarettes, Sam Porters. And I got out the car, my car, and I was just walking around it, pacing around it, right? Thinking about everything that had happened. It'd been a very emotional day. It was all. I won't get into the details because, it's. I don't want to. Anyhow, that was the only time I was actually above, looking down on myself, walking around the car, walking around and around. I was looking down from above, all right? And I'd been drinking. I don't know for how long. It was a long 12. I don't know. It was a 12 hour. I had a long time. And then I made a decision, right, at that point, and I realised, and I was out of body. I was looking down. I didn't have control anymore. That's what it was. I was looking down on myself as an avatar, doing laps, and my take on the situation, or at least my avatar's take, me, I'd say at that time, because the other part of me distanced itself. Well, my higher self was looking down, going, shit. This I am just sort of coming to this awareness exactly right now. So, because I was looking down, I'm going around, and my decision at that time because my higher self had no control, and that's where I was watching from. I decided to go back and continue more of the bad decision. It makes a much better story, but I'm not talking about it because I'm not. It's not. It's not. Just leaving it at that. The point is, it's interesting because I haven't had near-death experiences. You hear about out of body people like Charlie would do like astral travel and stuff. And it's a treat, but I'd never. Yeah, but it's interesting. The only time I had an out of body experience that I can recall. Well, obviously, that's all I can talk about. That's what I can remember. Yeah, it was like, and everything worked out. Obviously it does. That's how life goes. But it wasn't the best decision I've ever made. I made it twice. But the second time, I'm thinking now, the part of me, which is engaged in this process, does have a view from above, like a video game, and it was like, oh shit, I've lost. It was like I've lost control of the player. I've lost control of my player in the game, and it was useless. I remember I was just it's just in retrospect. I was like, I saw myself pacing around the car, smoking a cigarette, getting angrier with myself that I hadn't behaved in that particular manner badly enough. I was like, well, do it properly, and so that was it wasn't a great decision. It was a good learning experience, and all the things I had to deal with afterwards. And it certainly, it wasn't just. It certainly was far from justifiable in my mind at the time. Oh yeah, you can rationalise it, rationalise anything. But I wonder if because a lot of people that I see playing the game that aren't really playing the game or don't realise. I mean, because I had this conversation with a friend of mine, and I'm like, well, maybe so and so. Like, okay, maybe Greg. We'll talk about Greg. I was like, well, he's up there and he's throwing his video game controller, going, fuck, I can't. I'm stuffed. Nah, he's not working. I can't. Greg's just doing. I shouldn't I'm not picking on Greg specifically, other than the fact that it's a conversation I had, and Greg was, his high self would have been like, so quite literally, I think that's what was happening. So a lot of these shapies and the whatnot, and the gang stalkers, they've got. Perhaps they've all got. I don't feel like they don't, but perhaps they've all got higher selves in there. But it's just that the higher selves are like, God damn it, I've lost controller. I've lost your Wi-Fi. You know what I mean? And then they come over and they look at our game. All right, let's go. Those of us, that also makes sense because that's what you would do, right? If you get kicked out of a game early, right? Whatever game it is. So what's that one? There used to be a thing here where you do like, I want to call it Voltron. I don't know if that's right. I'm confused at the start. Anyhow, it was like a silly, like a laser shoot 'em thing. Yeah, I think I played it once. I don't know. Yeah, I think. Anyhow, so if you get out, you're kicked out of the game. So you have to then watch the rest of the game. So you got a player in the game. And for whatever reason, things happen. It's like you lost connection. No longer. You don't recognise yourself. You being your higher self, looking down at your player. You're like, maybe it's that. Maybe it's not. Well, I recognise myself, but I'm only talking about. It was only about 30 seconds to a minute that I'm recalling this out of body experience. Maybe that's what happened. Perhaps that's what it is, right? So your player starts doing some shit that is like, really not good. Stop doing that, and you take control over your player, whatever. I'm just sort of continuing to flesh this out right now. But then once you lose control of them, and they start just doing dumb shit, like they're believing in the system. Like you think of like a Bob Marley song. If you let the system get on top of your head again. It's like, if it's all true, everything he was telling us 100%. Like people don't even realise it. Whether we're the slaves, and we're the slave. We you know, in many ways are responsible for or being the slave master. There's a fuckhead. Fucking yeah. Put your lights on so you can chuck a ute. Anyhow, don't worry about that. Yes, anyhow. Well, you get pretty sick of watching your character. Oh, well, no, sorry, I was saying I got confused by the freaking fake cop. Oh, and a real cop to start. I got distracted by the mentality of those. Anyhow, so if you lose control of your player, you'd get either maybe after a bit you don't even recognise him. You're like, shit, look, another like me is going to working in because no, the system's taken over my player. Shit. I've got AI's taken over. I'm done, and that's how the game works. All right, it's like, and then once you get sort of cut off, it's like you wouldn't recognise your player, or you just get bored shitless watching him because you're like, oh great, oh he's gone, yeah, here he is, he's going into that, he's going to go sit in that cubicle for 8 hours a day doing some mind-numbing. Maybe I'm projecting. I'm just as an example. Oh shit, he's doing that. He's like, and because just when I was talking about Greg, it was like I was doing an auditing type job at the period, and it's like, it's sitting in a. Yeah, no, I won't get in. The point is, it doesn't matter. Pick any job. Put it in that example. And, not any job, but just about anything. Anyway, all I'm just saying is, after a bit, you'd be like, oh, I can't watch this anymore. This is punishment itself. So then you go and watch the ones that are still in the game and still have, like, your mates are still, you play, got their controls still working. You're like, oh yeah. And so that's why I see there's so many spirits and watchers and crew in the clouds and the orbs, and it's not just me, it's others as well. But there's it does seem to be certainly be a finite number, and you certainly see with other people, you're like, wow, they're cloud, you see it, it's like they're clouds, Temple Timmy, Big B, right? I'll just to name names. Arthur, okay. Well, I'm just naming names now, but of sugar real players in the game that clearly are still controlling. They're still got access to their player, and so you see those, and it's like, wow. Well, because that's the rest of us. Coming to watch a mate's game. Well, you're coming to because you still have an interest in the game. Oh, I presume maybe you don't, but I'm just, I'm saying, yeah, they do. That's what we see. That's what's going on. According to me, at this point in time, and I think that's going on the other side of time, and on this side of time, and it'll be the same when we get out there. Shit, so I go, look, I'm not paying attention. Alright. That comment to follow me, I don't think it was, I don't know, that word, yeah. Yeah, when we get out there, it'll be like, I've heard all references, just everything I start to realise, heaps of things I thought I'd come up with myself. I then watch something, I'm like, I think this might be a subliminal. It's not an org rip-off, it's because there's a group of us that are still playing, that are the same. We're the original humans, if we want to say that type of way. Anyhow, I lost focus there because I turned the corner and I don't know, it's Las Vegas. On the other side of time, so what I was just quickly saying, and I'm going to end it, is at the end, it will all be like the same amount of time's passed. It'll be like, damn, like, so the people that have been kicked out for what seems like ages now, for them, for us, and all these, what seeming biobots and mindless remote control individuals around, and people that you see, and you're like, nah, they're right, and then they just start doing some things. It's like, all right, well, they're not really in control of the whole situation here, but other times they're real as. So at the end, when we all catch up, it'll all be the same amount of time. So it seems like a long time now. Like the last few years, I've been like, oh shit, like I wonder how many I wonder how many are left. I was starting to think how many are even been in it. But that, yeah, it's just because time's different on this side of time, which, as I've come to know, I already discussed, it's actually not linear. And, yeah, we manifest the past and it's the future that we find in the present. Yeah, sit with it. It should feel better over time. That's how it came to sit comfortably in my mind. But anyhow, yeah, it'll seem like all the same time anyway when it's done. So there's, yeah. But those others would be like, they didn't get all the extra experience, let's say experience points, or just, you know, just because as much as all of it's a bit, at times it can be, it's like it's an emotional roller coaster. I've touched on this in the past. You know, it's part of the ride, right? But so it's like, another positive is we're maximising the ride. Like, we're getting a whole lot of, even some of it, you know, might be experiences that we think we'd rather have been better off if we had have hide. No, that didn't work, but you know what I mean. Well, you know, we're the bit touching the road. We're not necessarily, oh shit, here I am claiming to be, but it's coming to me slowly but surely. Because we must be getting to that stage, because there's not that many people controlling their player in a physical sense in my world, it feels like. But that's, obviously it's very biased because I'm the centre of my own universe. But there's others out there that understand what I'm saying precisely. They'll be like, yeah, it's exactly, yeah. I'm comfortable with that without having to necessarily, you know, see it in some abstract, you know, but yeah, whatever. Yeah. Heaps of times that I have extremely well disguised blessings. They can be extremely well disguised. Like, extremely well disguised. And then, you know, with the benefit of time, you know, when a bit more of the picture is revealed, you're like, oh, that was a blessing in disguise. Disguised like you couldn't imagine what happened. And yeah, something like that's going on. So, all good, relax. I confide. It's all gonna be alright. It is alright. It's good. Much love. I'm gonna stop it. Oh, it's gonna stop. Might as well keep. I'll let that just. Yeah, I'll let that roll out. It's in 10 seconds, I think, before I do it anyway. So yeah, we'll make the most of this form and this madness and enjoy it. Much love. I didn't. That was an accident. So when it does a selfie mode by accident, I'll like for a while now, be like, alright, I better do something, take a picture and all. Oh, I'm gonna change that because it's a bit. Alright, you know what? The whole point of it is if it happens, it happens. And I feel not invisible in this, that's alright. Okay, there's a little more. That's actually an ideal segue. Moral of the story: I was just the awareness, epiphany. I had just come to it and just, you know, voiced out, just talked, just explained. I don't do selfies. I don't like it. I just don't like it. I just don't. Yeah, not comfortable. Whatever. You know, not comfortable with it. But so when it accidentally does it, it seems like an accident. I'm like, oh, it's done it. I'm like, all right. I've been embraced, learned to like, all right. Well, it's happened for a reason. I'll take a picture or a thingy, and yeah, quite a number of times it's been like, wow, that was what going on behind me. There's that point. Is it? Yeah. So there's learning opportunities in everything. So I'm going. So yeah, just to practice what I just preached, as I had been doing anyway. Oh, selfie mode. I hate selfie mode, but sweet. G'day, welcome. I don't like this. It's me on selfie mode. Feeling self-conscious. Thinking, oh, someone's going to see this and think I'm I love to look at myself while and talk to myself while I'm driving. Well, it's just the talking bit I've come to find quite cathartic. I don't want to look at myself. I'm trying to look at the road. I'm gonna get distracted easy enough as it is. But yeah, and I think that's with everything, right? Anything that is a fear or is a whatever is uncomfortable. I'm not saying anything that's uncomfortable or anything you're afraid of, but well, actually anything you well, that's true. Anything you fear has to be, in my opinion, has to be faced and conquered, and then you realise, oh shit, that's all it was. I was worried about that. Yeah. So I'm just saying I'm about to spit out more cliches, but you know, it's often the tale you least expect is rewarding in ways, or the path thrown at us, or seemingly so, makes more sense in time as we go. And it's like, yeah. And I suppose it's like, well, then it comes when we start, taking more responsibility, and that's, I suppose, doing it, taking more responsibility for the path at times, and other times, I really was doing this because I've been filming the JP cars, and now I'm embracing it. Oh, it's like that. Shit. Oh, the phone's done very well to not stack out. As in, like, come off the. Alright. Yeah. And I was going to go to my friend's place, and I I'd go to the car to give Christmas to a tree, and I got distracted by the safety lights and me talking. But it's alright because it's how we do it. Talking to yourself is actually a good thing, by the way. It doesn't mean you've got split personality or you've got a psychological condition, which is a bunch of conditions made up in a book that's changed frequently and is a whole bunch of nonsense, and is clearly used as a tool by the control system to it's another cunning use of our own perceptions and fears, and making point is, you're not crazy. It's actually you do that, and it's a way of maintaining self. You haven't got split person, because we are there's layers of consciousness, and it's like it's like your internal voice. You say it out loud is actually good, beneficial. Fortunately, I had a good reason to do it because I had a dog, and then when I lost my dog, which was terrible, and I knew that it's much more acceptable with a dog, but I still do it, and it's actually helpful, and it's actually, you realise it's anyhow, nothing to fear, like everything else. Effectively, it's just a veneer fear. So we moved past it. I mean, they'll put shapy lights on the sirens all the time to make us think. I can hear one now, so I was, That's why they have them. It's just to create fear. Oh, I think it's on the road, and I realise you see, everyone's seen a fire truck before. They're fire trucks. A lot of yeah. And so they create atmosphere. It's almost not everything's is a anyhow. Also, let's say you're police, right, and you're trying to solve a crime. That's not the best way to alert everyone to the fact that you're on your way. The whole thing is a psyop scam that we need the flashing lights and it's a power trip / shapy sham, in my humble opinion, in this game. He said, still self-conscious, selfie man. But yeah. So now we'll all just sit at the lights, and they're like these lights are there. I'll just a charging station for etheric type masturbation that's hidden. They don't like to be seen while they're pulling Swifties on parts of the scene. How many times you at traffic lights and everyone stopped and just sitting there for ages, and everyone's looking like, oh, and you see people getting stressed. Yeah, that's they're not. Yeah. Traffic lights aren't here to help. It's another funny part of the game that you first think, oh, they're putting these in to help. That's what they're saying. Then you're like, shit, these things never go away. They just keep multiplying and staying. Alright, I'm out. I think it's going to stop me. I don't know. I keep seeing flashing and I can't see the time on that. I'll go out this way and just mix it up. Oh shit. And that's one of the things I let and they're just going on about. And then I'll go to review it and I get all self-conscious about just being saying personal stuff, and then I'm like I learnt with nature. Like I'll be trying to make it, I realised it doesn't matter. It didn't matter when. I'll try to get there for a certain time, sunrise, sunset, and sometimes I'll procrastinate as I can. Things are getting away, and whatever reason, I'll be like, oh, and then I'd get there and be like, I'd find amazing things. I'd start to feel uncomfortable doing something, and I'd be like, oh. Well, no, at first actually it was like, well, that was one thing. I'd be like, oh, so then I'd go outside. Then the blood moon. One time it's been a cloudy, overcast, whatever, and I'd given up, and I just started trying to get, appreciate working out my camera and whatnot. And then George would need to go outside, and so I'd be like, oh yeah, go on, take him out the back, and I'd look up, and the moon would just come out from the, and I'm like, oh, it was perfect. But what eventually worked out is like, well, it's because we're connected to all that. That's how it goes anyway. And times and maybe it's a way of getting. If you're light or you're non-physical and you're trying to control your player in the game, well, because often I'm feeling a bit shit, and then I'm doing something I like, right? I'm like, oh, why am I feeling like that? But then I get into nature, I'll leave, and I'm like, oh, this is trying to tell me, get me here, this is what I should be doing. You're too long in front of that screen or whatever, doing whatever, and, distracted in between the parts of you that are leafy and green, and, that kind of meaning is what I'm seeming to be rambling endlessly, but intending my dreaming to be, and it is sporadically, or more than it was, and will continue to be. Alright, I'm just gonna I don't know where, I can't see where that. Alright, that's it, and we're in a dark area now. Apparently can't get nothing with, oh shit, now that's, well, hang on. Oh fuck. That's slow. From down here and above. And when I say down here, it's because I'm talking about me, the avatar, the holographic representation projected into this game, still controlled by my higher self situation. Maybe, and yours likely is too. If you're watching this, yes, yours is too. That's why you're in. That's why you're seeing. There's the others that don't recognise even, chemtrails in the sky, etc. Well, yeah, they're part of the program, or they're no longer. They're, systems taking care of them, and they're players watching you and me and those of us that are left that aren't effectively pretend or taken over by the computer and boring to watch. I contend, is what I'm saying. Alright, I'm trying to get that tail with this light, but I can't. Alright, I'm gonna leave it up, let that all go. As in, that didn't stop. Alright, so front-facing cameras limited at 10 minutes on video. Time lapses, but this is on selfie camera. You can have a selfie camera as long as you want, because they want to promote egotistical, overly image conscious Facebook living society glam, that sort of thing's promoted. Oh yeah, no. What, filming other things? Cap that at 10 minutes. 10 minutes, they're going to try and film priests for 10 minutes? Yes, it's going to cut me off. Most of the time it's just as well because I'm rambling on. Anyhow, I was just surprised that that's still going instead of, yeah. So we'll continue to embrace the interesting twists and turns of the game. So, riveting, no doubt, and exciting to explain. Still, I'm going to show you these ding-dongs, but I'm not going to worry about it. I've shown enough ding-dongs, really. I'm more than enough. And it's included me. I'm showing one right now. Look at that. I'm showing this ding-dong. It's me. Here. Really, there's one in front of me. You can't see. Hang on. What if I suppose I can spin around. I'm amazed at this phone that this has actually stayed on. I shouldn't say that because that means that I can't turn around. I suppose I could do. No, not really. I used to be able to. I can't turn it. Nah, just getting more of me. Serves me right. Fair enough. Instead of embrace the uncomfortable, or adventures outside of the choice you would venture, if you because we're still choosing, even when we're not choosing, is my introspector. No, I'm just going on. Oh fuck! I went. All right, now is that still on? Yeah, this is the guy I can't see him now because it's on selfie mode, and I'm pointing that. Anyhow, this is the Ning Nong I was referring, but they're not going to be a Ning Nong. They're just a player. They're just an avatar without a. They haven't got a host, or a host isn't right. They haven't got a. There's no controller. They always run them. The computers run them. That's why they're doing weird things. Don't make a lot of sense. It's like some poor one of your mates watching, that's above, like, it's one of theirs. They're like, oh, I'm not going to bother watching that. All he's going to do is like follow. Yeah. Anyhow, just saying. I'm trying. I used to feel sorry for them if they were real surveillance at first, but it was pretty obvious they weren't. They were pretty terrible surveillance because they weren't pretty bloody obvious. But now I'm finding a way to feel sorry for them because they got no control. There's no one to control them, but they're controlled by the AI. But either way, I'm just trying to. I don't know what I'm trying to do with them. Anyhow, I don't know if that's fucking. Is it even up? Yeah. All right. Well, I'm going to leave it at that because it's a light rambling marathon. Look, I had a massive ear there since. Well, I've got pretty big ears, but look, that's something on there. I didn't think it was that hot. Yeah. It's all, yeah. That's that. Oh, he's gone. See, I got distracted. Yeah. Once you identify them as well, as in, I've got a few videos I want to put up like where I'm sitting, as soon as then they just got to get out, and perhaps that's I don't know, maybe that's the rule of the game that we, one of many they didn't explain. Because they're like, no, you came in the game, you go work it out. It's the point of the game. It's like you get a test. Actually, this is another something. No, I think it was all. It was like you get a test and you complain to the teacher or something like, no, Can I have another test, please? I don't know the answers to a lot of these questions. I'd have another test, please. The test is broken. It's no good. It's like, well, no, that's why you're doing the test. Like that's the point. You know. So it's us. It's we didn't explain it to ourselves. We did before coming in, but then we, you know, wiped our own memories and said, "Good luck. We'll see you." You know, at the end or the beginning or the see. Yeah. It won't be long from, you know, when you put the whatever you on that end. Yeah, the movie Inception, there, that keeps springing to mind. Partly because I would like to have I've considered, do I get I require a spitting top, hang on, or another form of such a device design. So I'm getting distracted by the hello, there you go in the back. Yeah, and I suppose I think I do have kind of sort of. You know, I am physically it's just me in the car. There you go. Yeah, and then what? Yeah. Because there does seem to be different levels that we pass through where it's like, and there are some signs, some telltale giveaway type lines I have inserted frequently. Feels like those listing here frequently with mine. You know, lady in the back, or perhaps. Ladylike guy, I can't really see. Here you go. Yeah. Anyhow, much love. And that's the other thing. That's why no one goes. Well, that's why I try and explain this. It's it's different to like it sucks when physically someone's. It's beyond sucks. And they're gone, but no one leaves. That's why it's in that sense as well. We're all. It's like you boil the kettle. Water condenses into steam, and then you heat it, turns to steam, that condenses into water again, right? That's and then we're mostly water. Anyway, that's how it all works. Isn't it? Yeah, it is. But it's another one of those things. We can't be told anything as well. We can be told lots of things, but we don't. You know. We're kind of we work it out for ourselves. Those that have worked, I'm ripping off all again. Those that have worked it out for themselves know what reality is. That's the other cliche, and quite practical advice. I certainly say. That's something August said. That's true. That's why you don't bother. You're trying to show people. You know, it's good. It's great to express yourself. Aren't a bit like we see the fake shit with the whatever the corona or is, and it's like, you know, you can't. With anything, you can't. Unless parents going to find out themselves. You know what I mean? I think everyone's worked it out now. I'm just dribbling. Not literally, I was figuratively dribbling. Alright, I'm going to cut that off. It's 20 minutes, 20. Alright, much love, bye. See you from all of us. Ciao, much love. See you soon. On the other side, maybe on this side. Either way, it'll, it'll be good. Till then. Love all the time. Yeah, no, so I stuffed that up, and I felt like I was. I didn't have a chance to finish that clean, as in, you know, word wise. I'm supposed to stop it. I satisfy my timeline, close out, and so I'm still fucking about extended time. Can't, oh, it says, oh, it said can't zoom in. Oh, unless you do expose. I didn't even know that. Alright, expose all the way up, did nothing. Expose all the way down, that did something. Oh, that's interesting. That's where it was. See? Oh yeah, works like that. Yeah. It's all the way up. Oh, it won't make much. Alright, I'm going to stop it now because this is getting pointless and yeah. Better run out of fuel. You know, ran out of town to simulate my song around my fiction within a fiction, dream within a dream type confound. Nah, see, I'm a bit tired. I was going negative there. It's hot in here, and look, sometimes I don't have the I don't jump out at the right line, and it's another one of those times. I've noticed a lot of difference in the front camera to the other camera as well. Like more blue, we'll see the camera in the front camera. Hello. And see the wind, like the trees will let you know, right? When I talk to them, it's real deal. The wind blows, it's like, because that's part of us, alright? And I'm now going on about the same stuff I always say, but it's true. Born here naked, because you're part of it, we're part of it. Real man and woman, those with the, you know, you still got access to your own controller. That's, yeah, fantastic. And they're part of us. It's like, yeah. Oh, they're coming out. But, much love. From all of us. I'm going to drop right there. Oh shit. Oh, I don't think it's going to last very. What is that? What's the dash? Yeah. Oh, and this, okay, the fake thing's come up on my screen again. Oh shit. I get this thing, and you can't, it's possible to show, I can't obviously take a screenshot, but it looks like a little thing comes up, like telling me, like, I don't know, like as if it's a thing that my phone has, but it comes up above the screen frequently. It's doing it again now. It's a sign, it's a, yeah, an assisted something, you know, from the unseen that I began seeing, much like a lot of the things, you know, in the scene, in the around in the screen, the certain skit scene frequently gleaned as it's a where yeah, it's an exciting game, actors on a stage, and you know, we don't always know what it mean. Even those that seem to be band mean, it's like, alright, well, they're actually they're helping. They're probably, okay, I might be ripping off all, but I don't know. You know, they're helping in their own way, even if they don't realise it. But it's like, seems like a shitty way to, yeah. It's extremely well disguised blessing, as referenced earlier on this situational sim style stream of consciousness guessing, or thereabouts. There you go, much love. Alright, I'm gonna drop it now. I am actually thirsty and hungry, and out of fuel, and Which, that's why I said I don't demonise things. I've said that. But it's like, because you can demonise anything. The fact is, it's not, it's all us. It's not, I think it's all us. I think that, yeah. I think I've already said that, this sort of type of thing. So, I don't want to beat a dead horse, but it's terrible saying that, and I should be. Who the fuck's beating dead horse? It's just, anyhow. Too many. Yeah. Too many terrible tales being told. Thankfully, they're effectively tales when all said and revolved. Going with, knowing with, and will be shown. No, everything I had was actually had a bad connotation. Cold. I'd already said old, I think, or did I not? Told, wild, involved. Yeah, I could have said no longer involved. Yeah, obviously you'd be involved. Yeah. There you go. What was it? When I was a kid, I can remember watching like Freddy Krueger or different, like whatever horror movies, and I always be like, "What's wrong with them? Why are they going out? Don't go outside. What are they going outside for?" They hear the noise and they go outside. Like, no, something's going to happen, right? Yeah, and it does. Right? It's a part of the fucking. It's like, and always, it's only just now I'm thinking, because I was like, why do they go outside? Then now it's like, of course they go outside. It's pretty stupid to. Well, it's up to you. I'm not saying you're stupid, but it's like, just to try and close this off on some semblance of a circle, a self-streamed white guy Steve Urkel. No, that was a bit. I couldn't think. I thought all I had was Urkel. I've been programmed as fuck as well. It's only been the last few years I've stopped watching TV. I don't know. Anyhow. If anyone remembers who Steve Urkel is, that might make sense. I've lost focus. I've gone all berserkle in my insane membrane of overly turtled. See, that's not even a thing, but that was me going to close on a reinforced life lesson, which is what it's what we're all getting. Alright, I'm sick of rhyming, still my head in. I'm sick of talking. I've made myself ill with talking to myself, shrill. I'm looking for something else to like take, just like, which will be part of me anyway, is what I'm saying, just to help me out with the game. Just turn it off, because I'm sick of doing it. Not that sounds a bit wrong. There's times I get sick of the game, should you? So, but right now it's like I'm waiting for something to just stop this. What's that saying? 30. Yeah, you're right. It's unlikely that I'll be knitting this together, but then it's like I end up going, well, that's what we got to be. We got to. My mum doesn't turn right on busy roads. Like I'm bright, and she just won't do it. She's just, and I'm. Just as I started talking about my mum and a Brighton Road her right turn situation, it said maximum recording time, reason and stop. Alright, fair enough, Mum. I respect and appreciate that one, and I've never underestimated your power. So I'm shutting it up and getting out. It's that hour. Alright, myself, bye, ciao.